What is your will, my master?
Hey, good morning, Jason. Quick demo video for you for your one replica's Super Stunt Graphics, or the SSGf, right? Got this done yesterday. You sent this to me. It originally had a Proffie in it, but it had a static battery with a recharge port. It looked like it had maybe the stock V2s in here for your main PCB. You wanted a removable battery, the stock V3s, and I got all that done for you. Two button setup. So still your front switch for right now is your activation, and your back is your auxiliary. This just has the stock font package on it. The only thing I added was motion controls. So because of that, I didn't put a copy of the config file on your SD card because it's super basic. But if you need that to build off of, let me know. I'd be happy to send that to you. How you get to everything is you just unscrew this guy. There is a chassis retention screw in this Saber. I'm not going to use it for the sake of this demo, but it's right here underneath the control box. Right there, that little grub screw. So what I do is I just come over here from the emitter, push it just a little bit, and it'll slide out just like that. And then you can pull the entire chassis out. What you've got is you've got your stock V3 MPXL in there. Your two switches, right? So your activation and your auxiliary. You've got a removable battery setup, spring side over here. 28 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. This thing is super loud. And then of course your Proffie board. Now for right now, this is just a snap fit down into the shelf. You can access your SD card and your micro USB and not ever move the board. I made sure that there was enough access for that. I typically use a data cable like this so that I can just come right in here and I can click right in. So if you have a straight one, something like this, it's not going to work as well, right? So you're going to want it. It's not going to fit in there very good. So if you can, I got this from Amazon, and it's perfect for situations like this. You never have to move the board. But I did not adhere the board down to the shelf in case you don't have a 90-degree data cable like that. You can do whatever you want to do and then snap it back down into place. All right. You've got this locating rail. You can see that on the top there. That rides right over your switches. That's to ensure that the plunger system in the control box matches up with these switches, and the chassis only goes in one way because those plungers will ride that rail and it will align the chassis, and then it stops where it needs to. And then for that chassis retention grub screw that I was showing you right here, there is a hole in your chassis too, right here, to accommodate for that grub screw if you want to use it. Let's go ahead and throw a battery in it. Battery's a snug fit, but I did that on purpose. Snaps right into place. And then we'll just want to throw these in. So on these plungers, I did use the original plungers that were in it. I just took them out and I sanded them a bit to make the the installation of the chassis and taking it out just a little bit smoother. We'll line those plungers up, and this thing will slide right in on you just like that. And you can push it all the way in until it clicks in place. It will only go so far forward, and that's how you know it's exactly where it needs to be. And then we take this guy and screw it in. This takes a little bit of doing. It has to be lined up super correctly when you're screwing it on, or it will cross thread. So you might want to watch out on that. I was lucky here and got it on the first try. But yeah, you just have to go slow screwing this in. You probably know that already. But I just thought it was worth mentioning. So now that we've got that in, I can hit activation. Nice shine through, right? Auxiliary. Turn it off again. We'll throw a blade in here. Super cool that this is your blade retention screw right here, so that you don't have to mess with any grub screws putting a blade in. You have a massive amount of blade depth. I made sure to keep that. It's somewhere around the vicinity of 2.95 inches. I mean, that's plenty of blade depth. So we'll put a blade in this guy. It takes a 1-inch diameter neopixel blade. Go ahead and lock it down.
Smooth Jedi.
Nice shine through here on your.
Smooth gray. Smooth fuzz.
Changes through colors well. Very solid saber. I'll go ahead and take the blade out. Yeah, very solid. Everything is doing exactly what it should in there. There's no wobbling around. We'll take this back off to get to the chassis again. I like to come over here and just give it just a little bit of push from the emitter, but if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. You can just take it in your hand. One tap like that, the chassis will come out and you can pull it straight out. And then come over here from the positive side by your speaker. And you may not be able to get it with your finger. You may need a little bit of a tool just to help you pop the battery out like that, but it does come right out. It's just, it was modeled to sit in there very snug so it doesn't rattle around on you. And yeah, that is pretty much your One Replica's Graflex. Let me know if you got any questions. If not, I'm going to try to get this out to you Monday morning. All right, thanks.